Here we have a DNA strand that has been coded into an mRNA strand and then a polypeptide chain. But when this coding from DNA to mRNA occurs, mistakes often happen. So originally we were supposed to have an A and T pair together and a C and a G pair together in the DNA to mRNA transition. But often a transition may occur, which is when a purine matches with a purine and a pyrimidine with a pyrimidine, or a transversion may occur, which is when a pyrimidine matches with a purine. We originally had in the polypeptide chain it is supposed to code for. We now have a mistake in this code. This is the mistake with the code. So in order to find the mistake, you go one by one, following each amino acid until you come across it. And here it is. So there's a C instead of a G, and that is a swap between the G and the C, means that it's a purine and a pyrimidine, which means it's a transversion. And since it codes for, UCG codes for SER instead of the trip, this is an example of a missense. Okay, now for another mistake that may occur. So one by one, again, you go through each until you come across the mistake, which looks like it will be right here. The A is coded instead of a C. And once again, orange and green, purine and pyrimidine, which is a transversion. And since UGA codes for stop and UGC codes for cis, that's the difference. So since it caused a stop, it may alter the function of the protein, and therefore it will be a nonsense mistake. Okay, for another example, a mistake that may happen, we have we have this code. So one by one, we go through AUC. So there is the mistake. So a C has been coded instead of a U. And if you go through, that's a pyrimidine with a pyrimidine, meaning this is going to be a transition. And if AUC is it in AUU, AUC codes for ILE, amino acid, which means it is silent. It is the exact same, so there would be no change in function with the protein. For the last mistake that may occur, we have this code. And if you go one by one all the way through, UGG, UAA, all the way to here, G and A, that means it's a transition because of the same color, and then we have a read through because that codes for trip, and it's no longer a stop codon. Therefore, the polypeptide chain will be altered.